My name is Ondrej, and here is how to build anything with Bolt. Now, what even is Bolt? This is a new AI tool that can build entire full stack applications for you. Anything you can imagine. And the best part is that you don't need to write any of the code yourself. You can just talk to it in plain English. So here is my promise. If you watch until the end, you'll have the ability to turn any idea you have into a working apps in a matter of minutes. Now, you have to force yourself to think bigger, because as AI tools keep improving, the things that are possible expand. So with Bolt, you can build essentially anything. I'm being serious. 95% of software you can make, from a chess.com clone to a QR code generator. And both of these were made in a matter of minutes. This is not like a multi-month development project. You can build this in 20 minutes, maybe an hour at most if you're a beginner. You can also use Bolt to start a business and make some money. You can just go to Upwork and look for full stack web apps. And I have multiple videos on exactly that. Now, real quick, if you have a business that makes at least $3,000 a month and you want to scale it to multiple 5 figures with YouTube, then fill out the form below. I'll be choosing 5 people and I'll personally work with them and help them create their own personal brand. So again, if you want to scale your business, click the first link in the description. Now, why not just use Cursor or V0 instead of Bolt, right? Now, to be clear, both of these tools are still great, and I personally use both Cursor and V0. However, they can be intimidating for beginners. On the other hand, bolt.new is super easy to use. You literally just type text prompts the same way you would do in ChatGPT. So there is no programming knowledge required. The app does the entire process for you. That's the biggest difference. Bolt does the full stack development process from front-end, back-end, database, and even helping you deploy to Netlify. It's really a superpower having a tool like this. And you have to understand that it's even more powerful the more beginner you are, because if you're already a full stack developer, sure, you can save some time here and there, but you already know how to do stuff. If you have never coded before, now you have the power to create your own custom software, which is the first time in history that this is possible. You have to get serious because things are about to be crazy. In 2 to 3 years, all of us will have our own personal software. It's like, okay, you don't like using Google Calendar, let's just create a new calendar in 10 minutes. Or you don't like using Uber or some app, let's create a new app with better UI. This will be a reality in less than 18 months, for sure. And now, all of us, you and me watching this, we have the chance, like once in a lifetime chance, to be the early adopters. Like imagine going on the internet in the early 90s. Imagine buying Bitcoin 2009. This is the type of opportunity that we have in front of us, which is why you have to start today. Watching stuff, watching video and learning is great. You're already doing better than most people, but let's be honest, don't compare yourself to most people. Compare yourself to people who are the best in the world, who are doing things that you admire. And in order to be one of those people, you have to take action. So I encourage you, watch this video, and after watching it, follow it step by step to build something. It doesn't matter how small the idea is. Even if you don't ever use it again, you learn skills that are really priceless as the AI gets better. Also, you have to understand that speed equals power. We finally have the power to be able to bring any idea to life in a matter of minutes. You know, OpenAI is known for destroying startups. If it takes you a year to launch your startup, that is like eternity in the AI space. You have to be nimble, you have to be fast, you have to be like, okay, boom, MVP, few weeks, boom, full release, 2 months. Like, you have to take action, right? Especially if it's not like a public release. If it's like internal software for a business, few days at most. Like, you really have to work fast. And to do that, you need to use AI tools. With a bit of creativity, you can imagine endless ways this could help your personal life or your business life. Everybody has those repetitive, annoying tasks in their business or in their life that they have to do, right? Maybe it's tracking conversion rates, tracking your stats for your website, customer support. Like, there's so many things that you and me have to do that we probably don't want to do, that you can now build apps and AI agents for with tools like Bolt. The crazy part is that Bolt didn't even exist 2 months ago. Guys, the progress in AI coding tools is unlike anything else. If you think LLMs are improving fast, just pay attention to AI coding tools, V0, Cursor, Bolt, Replit Agent. Stuff is like hyperbolic, right? It's improving so fast. So imagine where will we be in 6 months, in 12 months. It's really hard to imagine, and that's why I could not encourage you more to take this seriously now. With that being said, let's get to building. So the first step is to go to the Bolt website. The URL is super simple, bolt.new. Once you're here, we have to create an account. So click on Get Started. I recommend using GitHub, but you can just use email password. If you don't have a GitHub account, definitely create one. It's a must-do for saving your projects and keeping tracks of when you build software. Okay, let's authorize Stack Blitz, which is the company behind Bolt. And it's as easy as that. Literally takes 15 seconds to log in. And now we can start building. So this is the outline I have, right? So first we need to create an account. We did that. Let's check that off. Then we need to choose a project. Now I'm gonna build this project, which is from my previous video, which is UX UI design, basically a full stack web app for CRM. And the reason I want to do this because I didn't have time to finish it in this video, and then I felt kind of bad. Like I really wanted to show you guys how to build this, and yeah, then I didn't have time to finish it. So I'm gonna do it in this video. I think this one was like $600 or something. Yeah, $600. You can see it right here. You can claim these projects on Upwork if you have a bit of creativity, solid work ethic, and you're willing to push through discomfort. You can claim probably like one of these projects every other day. Very realistic. So I'm just gonna take a screenshot of the description of this project, and let's build a full website for custom sales and field service. Now somebody already claimed this. I think somebody watched my video, claimed the project and got the 600, but that's fine. I just want to show you how to do it. So Control V, or you can just pull up ChatGPT and have it transcribe. Transcribe the project requirements from this screenshot. Do not change anything. Do not output any other text. Now, by the way, if you're wondering what is this app? Like, this is just ChatGPT for macOS. So if you have ChatGPT Plus, the paid version, you can download this app, and it's much faster to use than the general app. You just space option space, and you can pull this up. So now we have the instructions in a prompt, which gives us a bit more flexibility because we can change stuff, right? So let's paste this into bold. Then I'm gonna do like a separator, these 4 lines. I like to do that a lot in prompts. And I'm gonna say, your task is to build this web app. Make the design nice, clean, and easy to use. Now, I'm gonna leave it intentionally vague, and I'm just gonna send it because I wanna see just how good it can make it with one prompt. Then we're gonna polish it, we're gonna be more strategic, but I wanna show you that even with one prompt, it can still create pretty amazing results. And here we have, this is the UI. This is like the bold main thing, right? So you type in plain English, as I said, literally prompts, text prompts, and on the right, you can see the preview as it's being built, and you can also see the files. So we have src folder, we have our app.typescript, gitignore, all of this stuff that you don't ever have to touch. You don't even have to know what it is, right? At the bottom, we have the bold console, and we have the terminal. You can see like, npm install, added 275 packages. So it also knows which packages to install for your project and for your needs. It's pretty amazing. And now it's loading. Let's see. Okay, we have an error. So obviously you're gonna run into errors. I'm gonna be absolutely clear about that. However, you can fix them with bold. So let's see what the problem is. Syntax error, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't provide export name default, so should be pretty easy fix. I'm just gonna click on fix error, and bold is now gonna identify the file and fix that import. Should be pretty straightforward. Obviously, if the error is more complex, you might need to start using your brain, and you might need to utilize like Claude or maybe ChatGPT o1. But here we are. This is, guys, one prompt. Okay, let's do 2 prompts, right? Let's be real. 2 prompts with one short error fix, and we have this. We have a website with buttons that are not yet implemented, but already look nice. This design is nice. Like, I'm gonna be honest, this is better than I could build myself. So, wow, okay, if you hover over it, you have the shadow. This is very nice Next.js. So now we just start implementing the functionality. One thing I think we should probably do is we should employ ChatGPT in this process. One of my favorite models is ChatGPT o1 mini, actually. So I'm gonna paste in the requirements. I'll say, above are the full requirements of a project I'm building for a client. Your task is to create a concise step-by-step roadmap for developing an MVP of this project. MVP stands for minimal viable product, basically like the first draft, right? Now this is where your knowledge comes in. You have to know the tendencies of different LLMs. O1 is very verbose. It just likes to talk a lot, right? If it was a human, it would be one of those like old gossip ladies that just like everything they talk to in the entire village, right? So you have to see like really make the roadmap concise, only focusing on the truly necessary parts of this project. Do not add any extra features, okay? Sometimes it likes to impress you by adding stuff like, testing, security preventions, extra features, bonus stuff. But if you want to get somewhere, you have to focus on the MVP and just build something simple and then add on top of it. Okay, so let's do that. I think it's pretty solid prompt. One downside of o1 mini is that you cannot upload screenshots. So you have to first like transcribe it with either Claude or ChatGPT and then paste in screenshots. So now it thought for a couple of seconds. Since it's a reasoning model, it can do this, behind the scenes process. It can think for a lot longer, but I guess in this case it's kind of straightforward. Maybe I should say I will be using a new AI tool called bolt.new to build this web app. It can do anything from writing code to designing the front end to building the back end to deploying the app. Your task is to give me let's do a 10-step plan, a 10-step development roadmap that I can use with bolt.new. Okay, and then this is important, I'm gonna say write it as if you were writing programming docs. The tone should be informative and clear, as if you were a senior developer giving clear and easy to understand instructions to a junior programmer, okay? This should be good. So now we are getting more step by step, right? This is very solid start. So by the way, we already chose the project. This is a very solid start we have in Bolt, but we have to implement some functionality because so far we have only like a very rough UI. We have the dashboard and then I guess apps, list, docs, email, or send a message or whatever. Not bad, certainly not bad for 2 prompts, but let's give it some functionality, right? Okay, this is not concise. Make this more concise. By the way, if you're wondering what this tool is, this is actually my own task tool that uses an AI agent that automatically sorts and prioritizes new tasks, so you never have to do task management ever again. Now, I haven't released it yet, but if you want to be one of the first people to have access to it, make sure to fill out the free waitlist below the video. All right, let's get back to here. Now we have a more concise roadmap. So yeah, initialize project, we have that. You know what, maybe this is ChatGPT is a distraction. Let's stay in Bolt. So I'm gonna say, great job on the UI. This is a really solid first draft. Now I need you to review. By the way, I think it's using the new Claude 3.5 solid model, which means it's gonna improve anytime a new LLM, a new AI model is released. That's what you want your startup to have. If you're building an AI tool, if you're building an AI startup, you want to make sure it benefits from new AI models. You don't want to make sure it is replaced by new AI models, which a lot of people made that mistake last year, and then their startup doesn't exist because Sam Altman decided to release a new update to ChatGPT. So you really have to be decisive with that and put some, thinking into it. Anyways, now I need you to review our original project requirements. And actually we can probably do something better. Take this description. We can switch to using Canvas, another new ChatGPT feature. Let's do a new chat. I'm gonna say, turn this project description from a client of mine into a concise step-by-step development roadmap. Do not say anything about the tech stacks. Just give me a clear order of features that need to be implemented in order to have a working MVP. Use Canvas to write this. So Canvas is basically OpenAI's alternative to artifacts from Claude, and as you can see, it kind of splits your view into 2 parts, right? On the left you have the classic chat, on the right you have the canvas. So this is really great for editing steps. And yeah, so okay, this is pretty solid. Now, it doesn't have knowledge of our app. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a screenshot of our app like this. Boom, copy the screenshot, paste it into ChatGPT and say, this is what our app currently looks like. Update the roadmap so that we're building on top of it. Right now, none of the buttons work. It is just nice Next.js UI, okay? So we're giving it more context, pasting the screenshot, and we're gonna be building that. Honestly, we can do the same in here, right? You can paste the screenshot, but I wanna separate this. It's good to use one AI tool for the roadmap, for the planning, and the other tool for building, right? It's like you separated a company from having the CEO who has the vision and then the programmer who can develop it, who has the skills, right? So it's basically the same split, and I almost always work with 2 different AI tools. It's an interesting observation. I almost never work with just one AI tool. It's good to have that clarity of like, this is where you're making the big picture decisions, this is where you're building stuff. So, okay, edit it. This is the new roadmap, building on top of existing UI. I like it. So what we can do is just focus on the first step. Activate existing UI, enable functionality. Okay, so let's copy this. Now let's fully implement this next step. Boom. I think it can also take screenshots itself, but it doesn't hurt if you just take the screenshot for it, right? Look at the current version of our app. See screenshot, okay? And I think we can mark the next step as complete, start building with Bolt, because we certainly have started. And the UI is super nice, like, again, similar to actually Canvas. On the left, you have the chatbot, on the right, you have the code base and the preview. So all of this code base, if you had to set it up yourself, yeah, it's easy, like there are, CLI commands. If you know what to do, it's easy. But if you don't know what to do, you can be super lost, right? You basically have to have like at least 6 months of programming knowledge to set up a project correctly and not to shoot yourself in the foot with every feature you add. If you use these tools, they basically prevent you from making dumb mistakes. That's the easiest way to explain it. And because of that, you can develop much, much faster. And also you can learn new things, because that's probably one of the most underrated things. A lot of people don't learn with these tools. Okay, so the UI is a bit sketchy. As you can see, the search doesn't stay in place. And yeah, so we have to mention that. So let's not have any horizontal scrolling in our app. It's not really common web design practice. Instead, okay, the blocks for new, contacted, quoted. What else do we have? Negotiating, won, lost. Okay, negotiating should be in a grid pattern that extends down if needed. So really, we need to have our search, header, and account and notification buttons set in a rigid, constant place that does not move. Fix this. And also there's like a step-by-step process. Maybe actually we can, what I should have done maybe is like, okay, when it's building, it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, what we can do is use ChatGPT for it, describe the issue and try to analyze it so that it's like independent from Bolt. Because Bolt, it can fill up its context with all these files, right? It's loading these files. It needs to have the code base in its context. So when you use a second AI tool, it basically has like clarity, right? It's like somebody after meditations. The mind is clear. Oh, this is good. So it fixed the issue. So now we don't have any weird side scrolling and we have the grid pattern. And yeah, this is pretty solid. Wait, we can drag these? No way. That would be crazy if it actually had the drag functionality. Oh, so this is interesting. So 29K daily tokens remaining. Subscribe to Pro. Let's see. So now I've been using a free plan. Here are the paid plans. And it's basically on tokens, right? So meaning how much you use it, that's how much you pay. Similar to Cursor, right? So the cheapest plan is $20 a month, very reasonable, 10 million tokens. I think it's using, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's using Claude 3.5 Sonnet. But yeah, I mean, all of you should be pretty chill with either the free plan, if you want to just build one project. And then, you know, if you claim an Upwork project for 600, obviously you can reinvest 20 of it into a Pro plan. And this is like, most of you should be fine with these two. If you're really tryharding, then yeah. But one thing that's a really good habit that I have for myself is to not be afraid to spend on new AI tools, because almost always it is worth it. Like almost always it increases productivity. And at the very least, it teaches you something which in and of itself is valuable. Okay, how are we on the roadmap? Like basic lead management system, activate existing UI, okay. Enable functionality for existing Kanban board for lead tracking. Web form inputs. Okay, so this we need. Oh wait, we have this, oh my God. Okay, plus, add new lead, project title. Let's do project title, subscribe. If you're finding this valuable, make sure to subscribe. It takes like 2 seconds. Subscribe, client name, David Ondrej, dollar value. We cannot type it in. Okay, $1. Add lead. Boom, okay. That's nice. And then can we delete it? No, we cannot delete it. But this is nice. So we have this as well. Oh my God. Okay, quoting and invoice module. Develop a quoting tool and drag and drop editor. Okay, so yeah, let's do that. Next, develop the drag and drop functionality. So we can move leads easily from new to contacted and so on. Again, my prompts could be a lot better here. It's just super simple. I think a lot of people just keep raising the bar for AI. It's like, oh yeah, it didn't cure cancer yet, you know, it didn't solve global warming. It's like, bro, look at these tools. Like, these tools are amazing. What we can do is actually amazing. All you have to do is, like, all you need is a bit of work. You don't even have to be a, you know, Elon Musk like type of work ethic. You just need to have a solid, decent work ethic, and you already be able to surpass 99.9% of people. Like, as long as you're able to endure a bit of discomfort because you're doing things that are outside of your comfort zone, and as long as you're open to learning new stuff, you're gonna win. You're gonna win so hard in the next 4 years. Like, okay, so, oh, it added color coding. So notice how many tokens we're using. We're using a lot of tokens. That's because we're loading the entire code base into the context window. So we're almost out of daily tokens, but that's fine because our functionality, oh, so nice. What? Look at this. It changes the color. Oh my God. This is actually this is actually worth paying for. Like this project, companies would pay you stuff for this. Sales dashboard, okay, one. Boom. Bro, this is such a nice detail, guys. Bolt is amazing. If you are a new person, if you are new to programming, if you have no experience, you can build stuff with Bolt faster than you can do it with any other software. Honestly, I probably need to start using Bolt myself for my AI startup, because this is like, for developing full stack functionality, this is amazing. Man, it doesn't happen often when I'm actually shocked when recording a video of just how good it is. Because I knew Bolt was already pretty solid, but I didn't know in just a matter of 5 prompts, we can develop something that people could pay at a minimum hundreds of dollars, realistically low 4 figures, a couple $1,000s for. And with just like one prompt, boom, new functionality, there's an error, fix it, within 30 seconds, we have new feature. This is insane, guys, this is crazy. This is what I mean when I say that every business is gonna have their own custom software. So if you have your own business that's already making money and you wanna work with me directly to scale it with the help of YouTube and AI, make sure to fill out the form below. It's the first link in the description. Now, since I will be personally invested to making sure your business grows, and since I'm investing my own time into this, I can only accept 5 clients and 2 positions are already filled. So make sure to fill out the type form today. That way you don't miss out. With that being said, thank you for watching and I wish you a productive day.